Hello, welcome back to Math with Gustavus. If you have been watching my videos, then you'll know that this is part 2 of fractions mixed operations. If you have not watched my first video, kindly take the time out to view it after you have viewed this one. Or you can watch that one first and come back to this recording. Whenever you're working fractions, mixed operations, I'm recommending you use the PEDMAS, where P stands for parentheses, E stands for exponent, M for multiplication, D for division, A for addition, and S for subtraction. You always do what's in parentheses first. So, as you can see in this question, there is a parentheses. So you'll ensure that you work what's in the parentheses first, then you can get to the next operations. Now the E stands for exponent, that you'll do second, and then there's a tie between multiplication and division, and then there's also a tie between addition and subtraction. To separate multiplication and division, I'm recommending that you choose the one that comes first, moving from left to right. You'll also use that same technique to separate addition and subtraction. Let's jump into this question. If you look closely, you see that we have a parentheses. We also have subtraction, and then we also have what? Division. But based on PEMDAS, it is recommending that we work everything that's inside the bracket first. So let's do quite that. But before we work what's in the bracket, let us first convert all the mixed numbers to improper fraction. And I've also done a video on that. If you have not watched that, you can take the time out to watch it after this recording. So let's convert. So when converting mixed numbers to improper fractions, you multiply the denominator by the whole number, and when you get the product, you add it to the numerator. So it's 2 times 3, that gives us 6, and 6 plus 1, 7. So it's 7 upon 3 minus, and then you multiply 6 times 1, that's 6. Then 6 plus 5, that's 11. So it's 11 over 6. Put back your parentheses. Then we'll divide and then convert 1 and 1/3. So that will be 3 times 1, which is 3, and plus 1, that will be 4 over 3. So now we have converted all our mixed numbers to improper fractions. Now we can focus on the parentheses first. Now, when you look inside the parentheses, you notice that there's a subtraction. Whenever we're subtracting fractions and the denominators are different, you need to find a common denominator. We need to find a common multiple of 3 and 6. Now, it's preferred when we choose the lowest possible one. So the lowest common multiple of 3 and 6 would be 6 itself. After you have found your LCM of the denominators, then you're going to divide, right? You're going to say 3 into 6, that goes what? 2 times. You're going to multiply the 2 by the numerator, that's 7 times 2, that gives us 14. So it's 14 minus. Then let's divide again. Then you say 6 into 6, that goes what? 1 time. So you multiply the 11 by 1. So 11 times 1, that gives us back 11. All right. So we can put that in parentheses if we want, or we can leave it as is. For now, we can leave it as is because we can simplify this easily. So it's 14 minus 11, and then that will give us 3, and we put 3 over 6 divided by 4 over 3. Now the problem is just down to one operation, which is division. When we're dividing fractions, we simply keep or rewrite the first fraction as is. So it's going to be 3 upon 6. So in fraction, again, we don't divide. We use its inverse, which is multiplication, right? So we change the division to multiplication, and then we reciprocate the second fraction. So that will now become 3 over 4. So now we have 3 over 6 times 3 over 4. We're going to analyze the fraction closely to see if there's anything that we can reduce or simplify. So we're going to look at our verticals, that's numerator and denominator there. If you look closely, you notice that 3 is common to 3 and 6. So we can divide both the numerator and denominator by 3. So 3 into itself, 1, and then 3 into 6 goes 2. And again, we'll assess the diagonals. Nothing there to cancel. Assess this diagonal as well. Nothing there to cancel. Assess the 3 and the 4. Nothing there to cancel. So we can simply multiply our numerator. So it's 1 times 3. That will give us 3. And then 2 times 4. That will give us 8. Now this will conclude this part of mixed operations working with fraction. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson, and please stay tuned for more fractions mixed operation. Again, share with your friends, family, and neighbors, and encourage them to like, share, and subscribe. See you soon.